account setup and the steps you can follow in order to get your account set up accordingly. You can do these steps by step by watching all of these videos, and you'll get an overview of how to do it. You can also see our dashboard. On our dashboard, you'll see an overview of your account as a whole. You have the summary, you have the sales tab, the labor inventory, and the meal prep. Over on this side, we also have each one of these a little bit more into detail and how you want it to look and how you're going to manage each one of them. Following this, we're going to start with the front office. Over here, we have the menus. You'll see the options for menu builder, items, add-ons, and group and add-ons. Here, you'll see the option to build your menu as the name suggests. You'll be able to add diets, add items, publish updates accordingly. When you want to add items, you just click on add items over here, select an existing item, or you can create a brand new one by clicking on new item over here. And once that is all filled out, you click save and continue accordingly. You also have the option to do the items. You can add an item over here, which will be the exact same menu we saw earlier. We had add-ons group over here. The add-on group you can edit or delete accordingly. You can also add a new one. You then have the add-ons as a single and not as a group. You can add a new add-ons over here. As you see, the information is a little bit longer and more extensive than we're doing the add-on groups. Up next, we have the loyalty menu. We have the top customers, programs, and tiers. For top customers, we have any available data over here will be shown. We also have our loyalty programs. We have two kinds of programs, the referral program and the spend-based program. You can add new ones, delete existing ones, or edit existing ones accordingly. Moving on, we have the tiers, VIP tiers. You can create new tiers or edit or delete existing ones over here. We have our customers menu where you can add customers by their title, full name, email, and phone number. All created ones will be shown in this overview where you'll be able to see their account status and their phone number followed by their full name and the email. You can also import new contacts through an Excel file. You can then filter the existing ones over by clicking on filter, select a condition. You can put customer profile, select an attribute and then you apply those filters accordingly. Up next, we have gift cards. The gift card code, the credit card holder name, the total, and you can see the option to delete existing credit gift cards or add a new gift card over here. You'll be able to customize them accordingly to your desire. We then have the marketing tab, which we have the campaigns, promo codes, verified senders, and campaigns list. Under the marketing campaigns, we'll be able to see the existing campaigns by the delivery day, open rate, click rate, revenue, total placed order, and you can see the automated or manual campaigns. If we click between them, we'll see that the automated have campaign name, type, created by, created date, and is it published or not. The manual ones have a little bit more information on them, which is the status. And we also have options to update them, view the campaign, delete, or clone manual ones. Automated ones do not have the option to be cloned. They only have the option to update, view the campaign, or delete. We then have the filter selection right over here. If you click filter, you can select the campaign status if it's stopped or running, and then you input the date range and you can apply the search. You can also create a campaign right-clicking on the button to create one. You enter the campaign name and the tags. Once you hit create campaign, you'll be able to enter further information. Once we enter that information accordingly, we'll be able to select the type of the campaign, whether this is an email or an SMS campaign. The definition, selecting a condition such as the customer profile, has this have had any past campaigns, orders, reservations, account activities, or not. You can then click or and. Then make sure that you're selecting the options accordingly and click to the next step. Up next, we have promo codes. Here's an overview of any promo code and the status of each, the coupon code, the start and end date, redemption date, and end date. This, you can click on the option to copy the code over here, or you can add a new promo code. When you add a new promo code, this is the information you'll be entering accordingly. And then we have verified senders. The senders list is an overview of any and all verified and non-verified senders that you have in your account. So you can also add a new sender name and a new email to add a sender to your existing list. We have the campaign list, which shows right over here, and you can create a new list if you don't have one already. You can enter the name, the tag, the description. You can select if this is for existing customers or if you want to import the contacts from a list from your Excel file. You can also put in conditions as we mentioned above. Next, we have the back office where you can manage your recipes. Here's where you're going to see all existing recipes filtered by the photo, name, type, status, and actions you can take with each. You can also add recipes to this. You can duplicate a recipe, you can edit a recipe, or you can delete one here. Then you'll be able to add new recipes accordingly here by clicking on the general info, entering each point as mentioned in the screen here. We can then move over to inventory. Inventory is a little bit longer as we talk about inventory. We have locations, brands, vendors, packages, logs, auto purchasing stocks, kitchen holds, kitchen deductions, prepared meals, priorities, and shopping lists. We also, when we enter the locations, we can add a new location or we can edit or delete existing ones. The same thing with brands. We can add a new brand, we can upload a new brand, we can edit or delete existing ones. Vendors is very similar to the same actions. We can edit or delete, we can add new vendors and upload or filter them. When we head over to packages, we can add a new package, we can upload a package. Moving down to logs, here you'll see an overview of all the logs that you have in your inventory. You can filter these accordingly by clicking on the filter option right over there. Auto purchasing stacks, you'll see any data that is entered right over here. Currently we don't have any data entered. In our kitchen holds, and we have our kitchen deductions, our prepared meals, priorities, shopping lists. The priorities, you can set them as high, medium, and low. You can say if they're active or inactive to send out notifications. Now we talk about the shopping list. You'll see the actions over here to be able to edit them. If you click on the edit button, you'll be able to edit any purchases within the shopping list. Second down, we have purchasing and labor. In labor, you can manage your time shift, your shifts, your policies, your settings, and your overtime review. When you go into your time shift, you see it split into daily, weekly, monthly. You can also export file on this by clicking on the export button. When you want to see your daily, you'll see it as per employee or department whenever you're selecting employee or department. You can see this on the weekly timesheet as well. If you click on department, then you'll be able to see the department information. Then if we click on monthly, we'll again see that we can divide this by employee or department and we can filter accordingly. Up next, we have our shifts, and which would be the schedules. We have our policies. You can add an overtime rule to each one over here. You also have your settings divided into departments, shift, boundaries, vacations, Public holidays, you can edit or delete these. You can also add a new department. You then have your overtime review section where you can filter by clicking on the filter button. You can filter by date, department, or shifts. We have our meal prep, zone settings, delivery tiers, tax management, nutrition labels, shipping labels, plating labels, allergy diets, plans, KDS, and orders. On your zone settings, you can add a zone right over here. You can edit shipping or edit the zone. You can also click in delivery tiers and add a tier or update existing tiers, as well as editing or deleting already added tiers. On the tax management group page, you'll be able to auto calculate tax based on postal code. You can click on yes or no. You'll see an overview of any added tax group. You can also edit or delete them. Then we have our nutrition labels, where you can also add a new nutrition label by clicking on the add nutrition label button. We have our shipping labels, where you can upload a sheet and add a shipping label. Same thing with plating labels, you can add them over here by clicking on this, or you can download the file locally. On your meal prep allergies, you can add a new allergy, you can edit or delete existing ones. Same process with our diets, we can add new diets, edit or delete one. On our kitchen page, we now have our active orders overview. You can also select it by orders instead of meals, and you'll see how these change from all prepared, in progress, or um, not prepared. You can change the way you list this by seeing the kitchen summary, and then you have your orders section over here where you can filter by any order on your account. You'll see the payment status, order status, total amount, taxes, fees, plan sizes, shipping status, customer name, creation date, and delivery date for each one of your added orders. Here you can also filter by plan, status, payment status, and your meals. And then you have your settings menu where you can manage all your main restaurant information, your fees, your message campaign. Under restaurant information, you can edit the general information, the payout account, the subscription, notification settings, payment methods. Under the fees, you can then manage, you can edit the fees management over here accordingly and save the changes. We then have the message campaign, which you can buy a phone number for this. You have your team where you see your team members and their roles. This is where you can add team members, edit, delete them, or modify their information. Accordingly, we have the team roles as well. Where here you can add a new role, edit or delete existing ones. Up next, we have the inventory settings where you'll be able to allow negative control, toggle this on or off, deduction priority. You can then save the changes so you know that they are actually saving to your new ones. Next, we have order settings. Orders, which we'll talk about the item size. Is this a small, medium, or large? You can edit or delete these. You can also add a new size. Last but not least, we have the feedback settings. Here you'll be able to display your feedback on the text and email recipients. Do you want to click yes or no to toggle this on or off? Do you want manager feedback notification? Do you want to notify all feedback or only negative? Do you want to add select staff? You want to make sure that you're saving these changes accordingly, and that is an overview of your Qwizeen account.